Wind blows, perfect. All right, going live. It's been time since it's been on, so I'm coming back on again. Something in a minute. Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Here we go. Thanks for joining me today. This is my Sunday, which is a rarity actually, doing a love scope. And this one's going to be an interesting one and involving you, because it's going to be asking questions, getting answers, helping you get where you want to go. For those who don't know me, if you've not followed me before, my name is Barry Selby. I'm the heartbreak repair specialist. And I've got an invitation at the back end of this scope I want to share with you, but you have to stay tuned for that to get the information. I am a #1 best-selling author, which is kind of a surprise to me, to say the least. I never planned on writing a book, but it became #1, and it is selling well. People like it. 50 Ways to Love Your Lover is the name of it. It is on Kindle, and it's also on physical book on Amazon. You can also order it on my website as a physical book or an ebook if you want that version too. And that is here, barryselby.com/book. So that's the promo stuff for that. And you get the ebook version on my site. You can't get that on Amazon. It's half the price of the physical book. So that's that. So, desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm using that as a title because I'm sort of gathering some thoughts that happened in the last few days from people I've been talking to. And this may involve you, it may affect you, it may not. So stay tuned, hopefully you're there. And if you are here for the first time, actually if you're regulars, please make sure you do tap on the little guy in the corner and make sure you pick my ID, or my name rather, and tap follow me. And also if you'd be so kind as to share this with your friends on Twitter, and also invite your followers on Periscope, that'd be awesome. And Facebook too, what the hey. So, if you're here for the first time, just type a 1 in the comments so I know that you're here for the first time, and I'll give you some background on myself. And if you're regulars, that's good to know, put in a 2. So if you put in a 1 or a 2, so I know if you're a first time is 1, been here before, number 2, would be appreciated. And I'm also waiting to see some people show up because there are regulars that join me when I do my scopes, and I want to see what they're up to. This could be a very brief scope, by the way, depending on who's here and what's going on. Thank you for the hearts, I appreciate that. So, anybody else who's a 1? Or if you're first time, if you're a 1, that'd be great. If you're a 2, I'm going to go backwards. Let me start over. Hi. Sorry, late night last night, busy morning this morning, just getting back on track, getting my scope done. I didn't do a love scope yesterday because I was sharing about Paris. So, hi. Who's this? It's Donald. Hi, Donald. Nice to have you here. Yeah, I didn't do a love scope yesterday. It was more of a prayer scope, was the actual theme. So today is back on track for love scopes. I may do another scope tomorrow, probably not today, about the whole Paris situation in Beirut and other things too, but that's getting into a whole other conversation. That's not my natural speciality. It's more my opinion and preference. So this one is about love and relationships. So desperate times call for desperate measures, which is the scariest thing for my clients. To be absolutely blunt and clear, several of my friends who will refuse to work with me, I'm not going to call out names because they're on Periscope, some of them, and they know this, are clear that they're going to get what they want from me in terms of getting help. I should say, they believe that I will guide them to what they want, but they won't actually coach with me. They won't be clients of mine, which to me is a bit crazy. But also I've got friends of mine who've known me for a long time, who seem to lean on me for advice. And when I give the advice, they don't take it. That's one reason I have coaching clients. They pay for the privilege and they do the work because they've invested. My friend, I'm discovering this quite literally is what's been going on. I've got friends of mine who lean on my counsel for advice, and probably 7 times out of 10, because some of them do, they don't take the advice. And they wonder why it's not working. Then they come back to me for more advice. And I cut them after 3 rounds. I don't do that. It's the 3rd time. It doesn't make sense. But the desperation piece is, well, one part of that is the rebound romance. Now, you may have not done that. I have. No, we don't do that. But you know somebody who has. Rebound is literally that. We're not choosing a relationship. We're backing into it after we fell out of one we were in before. And the downside of that, this is in one of the chapters in my book, the downside of that is you're not choosing a relationship consciously. It's actually, I would say dangerous, but it's actually not very healthy for your heart, not very healthy for your consciousness, not very healthy for your life, because you're basically using, and it's also not very healthy for your partner. A rebound relationship dumps all your past relationship stuff onto a new partner. How lucky are they? So it's not the ideal way of doing things. My advice, counsel versus you should do this, is that it really helps if you, in fact, take time out after you break up. Because the desperate times, desperate measures thing is, let me explain it this way. When you're in a breakup relationship, particularly if you got dumped, it's usually the dumpee, not the dumper, that has this issue. Your source of love that was outside of you, your partner, has deserted you. And what the natural reaction is that you feel that wound, you want to heal the wound as quick as you can to cover it up, to lessen the pain. The desperation is you'll find anybody that can feel good for you, so you feel less pain and you feel more loving, or feel more loved, let's put it that way. That is where the craziness starts up. That is where the insanity is, because the person you're choosing is almost like a random stranger. But you become very invested up front because you're still carrying the echo, the memory of your previous relationship. That didn't work. And it's highly unlikely, because it does that once in a while, it's highly unlikely that the new relationship is going to go anywhere close to what the last one did. So that's the insanity. And that's the thing about desperation. Desperate focus times and measures. Desperate focus is it's like wearing sunglasses so dark you can't see through them, and you're wondering why you can't see what you're choosing. So desperate times and desperate measures is my way to say basically that you're throwing out the window any intention, choice, decision, list of what you want in a relationship. And you wonder why it doesn't work. Am I making my point clear? Hopefully I am. I'm seeing there's a bunch of people on here, but I haven't seen any comments come up yet, so I'd love to see a few comments coming up, because I don't think I blocked them. No, comments are open. You can comment. So I'd love to see any comments or thoughts if you've experienced this yourself, if you've had done rebounds, if you've had some feelings of desperation after you had a breakup. Please let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate that. Of course, if you're watching on the web, you won't be able to see this. I haven't seen your name show up, so hopefully it's interesting. Lots of people are watching, so I'm just checking my stats. Oh, you're on the web. That's why. Oh, well, thank you for coming and watching me on the web. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. All right, good. Thank you for watching. I guess I'm going to be talking at you versus interacting with you, since you can't type comments back. That's the limitation of Periscope Online. You have to get the app, unfortunately, to participate in direct contact with me. So let me continue with a couple of points and then let you know a couple of things I'm offering so you can see that choice. So since you can't put anything in the comments, I'm going to make a presumption that, let's say, at least 22 out of the 44, 45 people on right now have had a rebound experience or a desperation experience. And hopefully you don't want to do it again. I've seen the pain and suffering in my clients. I've thankfully avoided it myself. Came close, but avoided it myself. Because I guess some part of me had this knowledge, inspiration, exact, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think of another word for this. Absolutely panicked focus of avoidance of having to happen again. Like, a part of me knew better than to get into a relationship on rebound, and so did everything it could to like pull me back so I didn't jump into one. I was lucky that way. Didn't feel it at the time because I got lonely, and that's how I discovered the whole lonely versus loneliness. Sorry, alone versus loneliness experience. But that's another piece of the book. Again, this is my book. You find it on Amazon, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. Physical book, Kindle version, ebook on my site. Since you can't come, I'll show you the tag again. barryselby.com is my website, by the way. /book is where you can find the ebook and the physical book if you want to order it there, or on Amazon.com if you want to order it from there. So back on track. So this rebound thing and the desperation part. We as human beings, we are innately desirous of being loved and loving. To be loving and loved, let's put it that way. It's part of our makeup. Very few of us have no desire whatsoever for love in our lives. Now, some of us have dysfunctional history about love from our parents and family, so our view of love is kind of distorted, which happens too. And some of the work with my clients is to help them, to be honest, release and make peace with their baggage of the past so they can love clean going forward. It's a big piece of the work, because so many of my clients, again, desperate times type focus, are wondering why they keep repeating the same patterns in relationships. I did it 3 times, no, more than that, several times in a row, where I had the same pattern show up in time in my relationship, the same as it did in the past one, and the one before that, and the one before that. So for you, I would strongly suspect that it happened to you as well. And it's a trap. Because it's being in an insane circle, doing the same thing again and again, praying for a different result but not getting it. You've got to take different action, a different option, a different choice. I was talking about this last night with one of my friends who got into a binding relationship where he realized, like, I've been here before. Different partner, but the same thing came up again. So I gave him some tips then, because he's a buddy of mine and he does take my advice, which is good. But if you're out there doing this yourself, I highly recommend you come and get some help from me personally, because I'm biased about helping people. And if you want that, I can give it to you. I'll tell you about that in a moment. I have a special invitation in a moment, so please stay tuned. So, desperate times, rebound, repeating patterns, baggage from the past. The other part is okay, I want to be politically correct, but I need to say this out loud to the ladies in particular. For some of my female friends, and guys, you can probably understand what I'm going to say, so bear with me. There's been the experience for quite a few women where their clock was ticking louder than anything else on the planet, if you know what I mean. Since I can't get feedback from you directly here, I'm going to say it to you this way. Some women are absolutely requiring that they have kids in their life, and they will do whatever it takes, desperately, to get the father of their child, to get their children fathered by somebody, so they can have the baby before their clock ticks past that point. Kind of clunky way of saying it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, I trust. And this is the thing. It's driven by something maybe biological or chemical, but ultimately the focus isn't on the partner. The focus is on the child. So the energy and the intention to have a healthy relationship is thrown out the window to have anybody show up to be the parent of the child, which isn't healthy. Now, I don't coach my clients who are single women to go out focusing on having a kid and who forget who the partner is. My focus on my clients is helping my clients, again, primarily single, successful women, to attract the relationship that is their partnership, their support system, their place to come home to, with security, with respect, with trust, with support, all these different qualities. That's the work I do with my clients. So some of my clients, some of my friends, thank you. Oh, someone's on there with hearts. Great, thanks to the hearts. Some of the experiences I've had with the clients is that they were so fixated on baby first that they paid a price. They basically were so clunky, so, and I say the word is, conflicted, that they would choose one or the other, unaware that they can choose both. Now, lead time is good. Having enough time ahead is good. So, just to be that right now. So, let me just drop something in your lap right now as an invitation, because some people are dropping off. I want to make sure you get this information before I wrap up. I had created a program 5 months ago, 6 months ago, something like that. There was a 8-week online program, modular, that was every week a new practice was sent to you that would help you vision, create, attract, the right sequence there, an amazing relationship over 8 weeks. Or I should say, it will create the vision and the attraction so you'd be ready for that at the end of the 8 weeks. It's for my female clients because the pronouns and the scripting of the whole program is designed for the women to attract men. That program was doing really well, and then I got a nudge from somebody close to me. I took that program that was a $400 online program and smushed it, as it were, technical term that is, smushed it together into a home study workbook that is now all the stuff in one book. But rather than making it over 8 weeks and structuring everything out there, you have the whole thing in your inbox in one go. And so since it's not going to be a big, long process, instead of being $400, I brought it down to $49, which is a frank bargain. At the same time, I was also told in this guidance to take this program and to offer it for like a week at a time at a certain price point and then incrementally move it up. So this weekend, the price went up to $69, and it'll be that way through the week. But at the end of next week, well, in this coming week, it's going to go up again. So if this interests you, and I'd like to have you say, go look at the page first, and I'll give you the link. Yeah. Go here and have a look. bit.ly/datingwb. Okay? bit.ly/datingwb. That's your Dating Advantage workbook, home study workbook. And again, right now it's on sale for $69. Go have a look at the page. Again, if you're ladies, this is for the ladies, by the way. If you know anybody's looking for that, send them to this link as well. And have a look at it. I explain what the program does, what it's designed to provide for you. It is worth way more than that. And in fact, the price is going to go up eventually to a lot more than $69. But if you're interested, go check it out now. Again, bit.ly/datingwb. And again, that's the price. And it's all done by PayPal. It's immediate. So as soon as you set up, pay for it, you have a link sent to you within the hour. You can download the program and start working on it tonight. So if you're ready to not be desperate and not be crazy about this, and want to take your time to do it the right way, this is the best deal I know of. And yes, I'm selfish. Not selfish, wrong word. I'm passionate about this. That's what I'm trying to say. I was going to ask for any questions, but since I think everyone's a web viewer, there's not really any interaction. I was kind of doing makes a Q&A, but I guess I'm not doing that today. If you are a web viewer, I do recommend getting the app so you can actually interact with me in future, because I know you're following me, which I appreciate that. But make sure you definitely do get the web app. Sorry, get the app for your phone, your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Apple TV. You can interact with me then, which would be great. So that's what I wanted to share. Is one, the program, but two, just keys to be aware of, so that you don't choose the desperate route. Okay? So again, desperate times and desperate measures are not the path you have to take when it comes to love and romance. You can trust your heart, you can take the steps, and you can attract what you really deserve, desire, and want in a relationship. Okay? That, I think, is about it. Thanks for watching the scope, and thanks for the hearts and tapping and stuff. I see people leaving off, which is great. It's a perfect time to end this scope. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here. I do a lot of scope every day, so make sure you tune in every day. I will be posting the calendar tonight, tomorrow morning on my website, which is barryselby.com, of my week's schedule scopes about love and relationships. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And take care of yourselves. I'll be back on again tomorrow with one of my daily love scopes. Okay? Take care of yourselves.